Salzburg is a state of Austria. It is officially named Land Salzburg, colloquially Salzburgerland, to distinguish it from its eponymous capital Salzburg city, and as such is the only state to be named after its capital. By its centuries-long history as an independent prince-bishopric, Salzburg's tradition differs from the other Austrian lands. Salzburg state stretches along its primary river, the Salzach, running from the Central Eastern Alps in the south, reaching a height of 3,657 meters, and East Tyrol in the southwest, with 529,085 inhabitants. It is one of the country's smaller states in terms of population. Running through the south are the main ranges of the Alpine Divide with numerous 3,000ers, the Dachstein Massif and the Berchtesgaden Alps ranges of the northern limestone Alps border Salzburg land to the east and north. The state is traditionally subdivided in 5 major regions, congruent with its political districts. Salzburg municipalities with town privileges. Waldsiesenheim, a common municipality with about 12,000 inhabitants, is known as Austria's largest village. Salt has played an important role in the region's development. Salzburg means salt castle. Independence from Bavaria was secured in the late 14th century. The Archbishopric of Salzburg was an independent prince-bishopric in state of the Holy Roman Empire until German mediatization in 1803. The territory was secularized and, as the electorate of Salzburg, given as compensation to Ferdinand III, former Grand Duke of Tuscany, the brother of Emperor Francis II. Following the Austrian defeat at Austerlitz in 1805, Salzburg was annexed by Austria as compensation for the loss of Tyrol to the Kingdom of Bavaria, and Ferdinand was transferred to the Grand Duchy of Würzburg. After Austria's defeat in 1809, the province was handed over to Bavaria in 1810. In 1816, following the defeat of Napoleon and the provision of adequate compensation to Bavaria at the Congress of Vienna, it was returned to Austria with the exception of the northwestern Rupelthiwinkel, which remained Bavarian. The Salzburger land was administered as the Department of Salzach from Linz, the capital of Upper Austria. In 1849 the Duchy of Salzburg was established as the crown land of the Austrian Empire, and after 1866, Austria-Hungary, Salzburg participated in World War I. As part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, 49,000 Salzburgers were called to arms, of whom 6,000 were killed. In 1918, after World War I, the Duchy of Salzburg was dissolved and replaced with the State of Salzburg, as a component part initially of German Austria and subsequently of the First Republic of Austria, the separate state which was mandated by the Allied powers. After the plebiscite of 1938, Salzburg state and all the territory of Austria was annexed to the Third Reich. After the defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945, the Allies occupied the territory of Austria, being recognized as an independent territory under their rule. Salzburg was occupied by the United States. In 1955, Austria was again declared independent of the Allies, and Salzburg was once again one of the reconstituted federal states of the Second Republic Austria. Salzburg adopted its current state constitution in 1999. The state government is headed by a Landeshauptmann, who is elected by a majority in the Landtag parliament. State elections are held every 5 years. After World War II, most state governments were led by the conservative Austrian People's Party Salzburg governor. The last results, in April 2018, were the elected Salzburg Landeshauptmann as Wilfried Haslauer of the Salzburg Landtag as his party fellow Brigitte Palaf. The state of Salzburg comprises 6 districts, known as Bezirke vernacularly Go. Salzburg city is its own administrative district. The state is divided into 119 municipalities, including Salzburg city. 11 of them have city status. Below it is shown a list of all the municipalities divided per district. The gross domestic product of the state was €29 billion in 2018, accounting for 7.5% of the Austria's economic output. GDP per capita adjusted for purchasing power was €46,500 or 154% of the EU27 average in the same year. Salzburg is the state with the highest GDP per capita in Austria before Vienna. The Salzburg Cathedral was the first Baroque building in the German-speaking artistic world. Two other important buildings initiated by the Salzburg archbishops were Hohenwürfen Castle and Hohensalzburg Fortress. The first archbishop of Salzburg was Arno of Salzburg, in whose honor the world-famous hiking circuit, the Arno Weg, is named. The predominant stylistic elements of Salzburg architecture have their origins in the Baroque and the Rococo periods. Salzburg city's historic center was named by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Austrian German is the local written language, and it can be heard especially in the cities. Austro-Bavarian is also spoken, especially in the rural areas in the Como.